6 years on after MiFID II go live, firms are still grappling with the requirements within RTS 22. And one of those biggest issues is data accuracy. And here at Comply, I've compiled a list of 5 top errors that we see our clients and firms in general struggling with. One of those is block versus fill. So we know that the regulator expects that you submit transaction reports at fill level. Where you're executing a trade in multiple fills, you must report each individual fill to the regulator. We have seen some of our clients submit trades at block level, and this is specifically an issue where you're dealing via a broker. So let's say you send your order to the broker and that order is executed in multiple fills in the market. They then confirm those fills along with a confirmation once the order has been completed. We're seeing firms report only the block level and not the individual fills. And we know that to be going against the regulator's expectations. Another error we see is the misreporting of TV ticks. And we know this to be a crucial field for the regulator as it allows them to match trades that are executed on a trading venue between 2 counterparties. We've seen instances where these are left blank or where the convention does not match the regulator's expectations for that particular venue. One of the biggest errors we see is the misuse of the INTC convention for reporting aggregated orders. So the requirements for firms is where you're aggregating orders for execution to allocate to multiple clients, you must use the INTC convention. And there are 2 things about the INTC convention. It must balance at end of day, so whatever goes in must come out. So it must be flat at the end of the day. And INTC must only be used where you're executing a trade for multiple clients. So you shouldn't use INTC whether you have 1 order for 1 client or 2 orders for 1 client. One of the fields where we see a lot of errors in is the trade date time field. And one of the issues is in the granularity that's being reported by firms for the field. You must ensure that the granularity meets the trade that you're executing. Is it on venue? Is it off venue? Is it a high frequency trade? And whatever the date says, it must be in line with that. Another issue with the trade date time is where we're seeing firms report BST, where you should report UTC. So it's important to ensure that wherever you're reporting within your trade date time matches not only the trading system, but is also in line with the requirements within RTS 22. Another area we see firms struggling with is client identifiers, especially for natural persons. We know within RTS 22 that they specify the type of identifiers that should be used by nationality. We've seen instances where firms has, for example, submitted a passport number for a GB client, which we know to not be the case. So it's important that as a firm, you're ensuring that your client identifiers not only are the first priority identifier for that nationality, but also that it's the correct identifier for that individual. As we know, client identifiers is one of the crucial sets of data for allowing the regulator to monitor for market abuse, which is one of the biggest uses of transaction reporting data. Here at Comply, our tools have over 1,000 validation rules checking for not only these errors, but many more, giving you the peace of mind that your transaction reporting is aligned with the regulation in that it is complete and accurate.